Good afternoon. Today we'll be talking about how to be happy all the time. Happiness is the most vital and brilliant recipe to stay diseaseless. If someone has a very critical disease and treatment is at a very good hospital and medicine and proper care is being taken, then there is very good chances that in the future he or she will be recuperating within stipulated time. Only medicine cannot cure a person, as we know, because medicine can regulate the deficiency that are inside physically, but not inside the mentally, ethically and environmentally. First of all, the family members, the close relatives need to be mixed with the patient, so much so that it has to be in such a way that ultimately they will be patient after some time, but not that much of critical as it is evident from the perspective of the person. But one can see that when a person goes to the stage of critical illness, then slowly his near and dears, by taking care of his or her, goes to the state that they also feel the state of disease on some of the time, and that means they are treating the patient in correct manner so that he or she will be recuperating in appropriate of time. Suppose one person has some of the disease and it needs to be taken care of at proper point of time. After staying in the hospital for a stipulated period of time, then the patient have to come back to his or her home, and then is then all has been in the hands of his near close relatives. So let us understand how it happens. After reaching to the home from the hospital, this means that the person who is in the state of critical illness is slowly moving towards a better feeling, and that means now they go to their home, and now the uh, eating up medicine at appropriate of times, eating up food, eating up regular, and the way the doctor mentioned the food, and eating up a period of foods, suppose breakfast, then another breakfast, lunch, then another short lunch, supper, dinner, then drink, dinner, then lactose, all other things that has to be taken care of. All this does not come free, because the close relatives have to give their own time in order to make the patient feel better and patient feel organized, and slowly patient see that the efforts are coming up, and here she is now moving slowly, now talking also, now trying to speak herself or himself, so much so that one needs to understand that in such situation one needs to be very patient, especially the close relatives needs to be very patient. And also with due course of time there are chances that they might also be feeling that as if they are been weakening, and also with due course of time we have seen that the social behavior or attending of social events also decreases simultaneously. What this means to us is that ultimately we have to see the manner in which all the things are folding up. The patient slowly comes out of her difficult situations. Now she is working, then the food, then the time medicine, and the sleeping time, especially sleep at the correct time, especially sleep on or after, on or before 10 a.m., 10 p.m., so that a proper 8 hours to 10 hours of sleep is necessary for the patient, and slowly the patient goes out from those situations towards the ultimate situation of being towards the pulling towards the normalcy. All these has been the most important and pertinent points to understand, that whenever we see anything deficiency or negative in the family, means there is a critical illness to someone, then we have to get rid of all the selfishness and move towards treating and curing or towards the betterment, so that ultimately he or she stood the difficult times with the power of his or family. The next step is to sleep appropriate times, eat appropriate foods. Suppose kidney disease, then all the fruits has to be boiled, all the uh, unnecessary thing has to be moved out, then the food, then less salt, if diabetics then less without sugar, and the appropriate food, eating of vegetables, if kidney then the eating of particular eating of foods, those have no watery substance to eat, but in case of diabetic patient, then eating of green vegetables is of prime importance to all of this. So all of this needs to be taken care of, and while taking care of all the things, the close relatives also getting the pain and bear the brunt of it, but still they carry on it, so that ultimately the patient rose to the occasion and becomes the pillar of strength for them in the times to come. So the next thing, when the patient slowly recovering, the next thing is to walk out. Walk out, walk out at the balcony, terrace, because walking outside is very difficult. At this point of time, the walkout on the balcony is very good idea. Then walking, after that eating fruits, doing such small things, so that whenever anything difficult comes, then close relatives is also there, people also there. To relatives, near and dear ones are better than appointment of any nurse, I must say that. So in this way we could see that the ultimate preposition to understand the mentality of the patient is to understand the mentality of the close relatives, near and dear ones, how they are shredding away their times, how they are shredding away their selfishness in order to cure that person. So it is the most important things to remember, that one needs to create an environment where there should not be any selfishness, there should not be anything out of this world. People should stay, people should work intentionally for the betterment of the patient. I have written on it my blog, www.mohanmekap.com, www.mohanmekap.com, and you can read all those things also. I have written in detail about it, and I'm talking here also. If you want to the written documents, then you can go there and read also. And I should put the description in the comment box. Then we see that the patient slowly walking, patient is doing our own course slowly. There was a point of time when the patient unable to do the course, then the close relative has to do it, but now there is a time the patient slowly doing it. The patient also eager to work, eager to do the exercise that will slowly making his or for the betterment towards the treatment. We must know that, one should always know that Only medicine cannot cure. It is the happiness within an environment of your own family that can cure it. Support the patient. Do not blame it. Support it. And ultimately you will see the emergence of a stronger person with a stronger heart. And you will be able to feel the happiness of how a person can be cured with such endurance of strong agility, where the family's bond becomes stronger and stronger with requires some time. It is all of this the Pesal mentioned to categorize that only medicine can cure some part of the disease. Then comes the happiness, then comes the family bonding, then comes the taking care in such way that you could feel that um ultimately the patient is going to be cured, and the person who is curing the patient is slowly moving towards diseases. There are many films to his Khilona film where Sanjeev Kumar was treatment by the nurse, and when Sanjeev Kumar becomes the perfect person, the nurse becomes the same Sanjeev Kumar. It is the devotion, it is the dedication, it is the attention to the patient that matters the most. Do not fail, or that she is the life, she or he is the liability. Try to make her stronger, try to make her the potential stronger person, so that ultimately you will find the potential greatness, the family bonding, and the beautiful world created by the great almighty. You will see that how it's happening, how it should happen, and how it is going to happen in due course of time. All of this makes the patient feel better, and after feeling the better, try to make her go for some sort of work, let it for 2 to 3 hours, so that she could feel that she is forgetting her own past with due course of time, and there is no time for the past, there is now time for the future. She is forgetting the past, now she is working for 2 to 3 hours. Those person who provide these 2 to 3 hours services to these people, these patients are the greatest person in the world. They are like the demigods, where these patients reach to these persons, understand all the structures one by one simultaneously, and then they forget all of this. They forget all of this, nothing is required. Now it is the future. Now he or she wants to work hard. Now he or she wants to see the brighter side of the sun, not the clouded side of the sun. All of this comes, remember, with the dedication. First, the treatment for its perfection. When a father takes her son or daughter to a hospital, then people say that how can it be? It can be vice versa, but how can a father take her son or daughter to the hospital? But still the father does it. Then the medication, then take to the home, then treatment, all the things, and make her or his do well in life, and becomes slowly gradually comes, then the sleeping time, then the variety of works, then fooding, the medicine at proper time, then the exercise at home. Charity begins at home, then going for the work for 2 to 3 hours. This makes the patient feel that ultimately he or she will be surviving from this critical disease, and this will be the most vital potential form to cure the disease. Remember, to cure a critical disease, one needs to see that disease patient, perseverance, close relatives, and close relatives falling into diseases, exercise, sleeping times, and last but not the least, the short work hours. Outside, they go to the outside for 2 to 3 hours, work there, forget everything, and then they comes. Forget every incident of past, stay with the present, and this makes the life most vital and strongest point to live for the future. Thank you. Be happy, be healthy. Health is wealth.